So these are unprecedented times in our society. We have never experienced a modern day pandemic like this before. We've never seen our society in this state of paranoia, from the stories of hoarding to people scamming the weak. Every day we create new uncertainties in our minds from the fears that we hear. But amongst all this fear and uncertainty, I know one thing is for sure. We will come out of this stronger. I'm not saying we will all come out of this. No, there have been many casualties and there may be many more. But how many casualties could be up to us? As humans, we are unique in the animal kingdom. We have the love required to build community. We have the grit to overcome hardship. And we have innovation that's created our civilization where no other animals have done before. If we can bring these great human qualities of love, resilience, and ingenuity to this pandemic, then we will outlast it and we will defeat it. The question, though, is not can we, but will we? Will we bring forth the best of our character in these tough times to do what it takes to overcome the biggest adversity of this decade? There are examples of human greatness shining through all around us. Chen Zhou in China lost both of his legs when he was 13 in a train accident. He made a living on the streets by singing and shining shoes. He sold newspaper and repaired electronics. But now he's a mountain climber, an inspired speaker for the handicapped. Stephen Hawking, who we all know, he was diagnosed with ALS when he was 21. ALS caused his nerves that controlled his muscles to shut down, and the doctors gave him 2.5 years to live. But instead of losing hope, he became incredibly focused. He went on to live to 76 years old and wrote 15 books within that time and is arguably the most important figure in modern day science. During the 9/11 incident, Wells Crowther, a 24-year-old equities trader, was on the 104th floor of the World Trade Tower. In the time that was needed the most, he gathered the courage that he had inside of him. He saw a bunch of people that was really needing help on the 78th floor. He helped them. These are disoriented office workers. He helped them to safety and went back to help some more with firefighters. These are all examples of people facing the toughest of adversities but have overcome it and become even stronger and added so much more value to our society and humanity. So in these tough times of the COVID-19 pandemic, what are you choosing to do? Are you sitting at home listening to all the news and working up fear that is out of your control? Are you in full-on fear mode and stocking up on supplies for your vision of your future? Are you being defiant and ignorant, thinking that nothing serious will come out of this and you're secretly living life as usual with all these social distancing guidelines? Or are you bringing forth something more noble in your character to help this pandemic? My daughter, who's 12 years old, has offered to pick up groceries for elder people in our neighborhood so they don't have to leave the house. Myself, I was inspired this morning to create this message and will broadcast it through my channel so it can inspire others to draw on greatness through these tough times. These may be small things that we're doing, but as Margaret Mead had said before, never doubt that a small group of committed citizens can change the world. In fact, that's always been the only thing that ever has. So in these tough times, how can you be creative and innovative to do your part to help reduce the impact of this pandemic? By overcoming and defeating this adversity, we will only become stronger as a community, as a country, and as humanity. Thank you.